All right, let's see what the hell's going on with comics. Because, yeah, I just gotta know.
Flash and Superman. The world was first introduced to Man of Steel back in 1938 inside the pages of Action Comics #1. Superman has obviously been a part of pop culture ever since. The character has been heroic in the face of modern-day issues, inspiring movies and TV shows and Broadway musicals, along with generations of adults and children. DC Comics has a new series titled Superman, Son of Kal-El, that began in July and follows Jonathan Kent, the son of Lois Lane and Clark Kent. No longer a Superboy, the famous offspring goes by John Kent and is paving his own way as a Caped Crusader. In the newest issue, #5, Superman has a relationship with a male friend, a pink-haired reporter named Jay. For the first time in 83 years, there is a bisexual Man of Steel. That inclusivity has been inspiring fans around the world. The comic is going to be available tomorrow, November 16th. I should mention that DC Comics is part of...
Inspiring fans to do what? That's always the question. They used to run this stuff about black characters too. Oh, so this, so that. I'm so inspired. Inspired to do what? Like, you can't just use a buzzword and then not specify. What are we inspired to do? Not buy comics? And I'm not sitting here saying that that's the reason why they're not getting bought, but you're not putting any creativity behind the diversity, and it shows.
Media, which is also the parent company of CNN. The writer behind the latest Superman series, Tom Taylor, is here tonight with us on Full Circle. Tom, thanks so much for being with us. I really appreciate it. I should point out, by the way, that as a kid, I sold comics at a convention at the Commodore Hotel long ago, and I was a big DC fan, I was a big Jack Kirby fan, and so, like, Commandy, the Last Boy on Earth.
And of course you're wearing that Egypt symbol. He wearing the Ankh right now. I ain't even gonna comment on the fact on the Ankh thing.
I was most interested in that, and also the X-Men and a lot of other stuff. So I'm a comic book nerd from a long time back. You told my producer that Superman has been your hero since as soon as you could walk. Talk about how you got involved in writing this latest series.
Yeah. Let's see. What's the point to call ourselves highballers if we're not highballing Sonic? Darkstar Archangel called us highballers, so we accepted it. Yeah. Sans can make you not have your turn. Okay. Garfield speed blitzes before Sans stops his turn, and Garfield the glitch. Garfield is greater than Glitch, who created 32 universes. Sans is town level wanking. Damn. I gotta read comic Garfield, bro. I haven't been. It shows, like, you know what I'm saying? Well, everybody's read some Garfield comics, right? But I'm just talking about, like, consistently through, like, a series or an arc, or at least, like, for a year. I haven't kept up consistency with that.
Absolutely. Like, Superman, I grew up with Superman. I was born the same year the Christopher Reeve movie came out, so for me it was a really big thing. I believed a man could fly at a very early age. And yeah, getting...
Who the fuck didn't try to fly in their childhood after seeing Superman? That ain't unique. Everybody has a story where they saw Superman flying and they dumbass tried to fly at like 5 years old and ended up crashing into their goddamn belly on the ground. Like, this is nothing special, bro.
Getting that call in late 2019 to ask if I wanted to be the writer of the next Superman was about as big as you can imagine. I mean, I'm Australian. This is not something that's supposed to happen to an Australian kid.
So you don't even know about America. You're Australian. I mean, granted, we already knew this already, but like it reinforces its own silliness. Like, this is why, and again, I don't care about, you know, the whole getting rid of the American way thing. I think that's it hits other people a lot harder than it hits me. I don't really care too much about that. What I care about is, like, how you gonna tell a story about what's going on in America and you ain't in America? Like, they used to tell us all the time, like, bro, why are you writing stories? Like, me as an anime fan, you know, when I was a teenager and I was writing little stuff and, you know, trying to set it in Japan, and they were like, bro, the Japanese would be very offended with you if you know, sit there and try and, you know, pretend like you understand their culture. Like, don't do that. Like, it's just very offensive to do that. And now they got this guy over in Australia writing the most American character outside of Captain America to ever be printed. That's just confusing, because it just shows the disconnect. Like, you, at this point, you don't even have to live in America to write a story about America, and you wonder why you're not connecting with your fucking audience. Sands can bypass durability through your sins. Damn, it kind of counts as poison damage in a way. God damn. But that's if he hurts you. Everybody knows about America. Yeah, this man ate Garfield ate a piece, bro. We okay. I'll look at the Garfield thing after this, y'all. Like, this seems to be a big thing for y'all. So,
Going up in Melbourne to be offered to write the next chapter and the next Superman.
So how does it work? I mean, when you're asked to write this, is it your idea? Is it the company's idea? How does that come about? I mean, who proposed?
Usually they come to a writer because they like something we have to offer. They like our voice, they like our storytelling, and they think that we can offer something unique. So it was a matter of me then.
So why did they go to Daniel Kibblesmith then to write New Warriors? Because literally the only book he had written was what? Santa's Husband? It's not a fucking comic book.
Pitching them an idea. And this idea, and what I went back to was, what does a new Superman, what should that represent today? And so I actually went all the way back to the 1938 comics. I looked at that.
No, you didn't. Quit fucking capping. No, you didn't. Because if you went back to the 1938 comics, you would not be sitting here making John Lane Kent protest climate change. When, bitch, you know better. All he got to do is go breathe on a glacier. You know better. Stupid ass. Sitting up here, man.
Issue, and Superman was a really radical figure. I think people forget that. In his very first issue, he's fighting against domestic violence. He tears the doors off a governor's mansion to wake him up, to pardon somebody who's been wrongly accused. He's fighting corruption. And what a Superman today should be fighting, I guess that's where I started from. You know, we look.
Bro, Seduction of the Innocent made it very clear that was honestly like some One Earth government stuff Superman was doing, and they had to calm him down for that, because when you have no jurisdiction, you're essentially on the books a terrorist. Because if you're not bound by any laws and you're just Superman, it's like, okay, fine, but live off planet or something then, right? Like, don't take citizenship in one country and then use that one country's moral values to and enforce it on the rest of the freaking world. Like, that's, everybody knows that that's wrong. It don't take a scientist to know, I mean, you know what I'm saying, a rocket scientist to know that that's wrong. Like, just because people do something one way in another country doesn't mean that it's wrong just because we do it differently here. Like, that's basic acceptance, not even religious acceptance, right? Just basic ass acceptance of other people in their traditions and cultures. So Superman not being bound by any fucking jurisdiction or any freaking morality outside of what? Oh, well, the American way is the right way and it's going to be enforced on the entire planet. That's not cool.
A window today, and we look.
That's why they changed him. Seduction of the Innocent scared people and think, okay, people ain't gonna buy no more Superman comics if this shit keeps up.
Other things that would cause someone who can see everything, who can hear everything, what would cause them concern, and what would they want to fight for?
And so you're talking about, I mean, more some social issues, climate change, what?
Yeah, that's right. I mean, in our very first issue, he's fighting or helping people, saving people from wildfires in California.
Social issues and climate change. What social issue, bro? Superman ain't saved nobody from a goddamn social issue. And climate change should not even be... How in the fuck is climate change an arc? That should be like half of one chapter, bro. He can go and breathe on a goddamn glacier, bro. his super breath is powerful enough to literally freeze an entire city. And if you went back to 1930s Superman and you using that Superman, post-crisis Superman literally was freezing stars. An entire fucking sun, he just is frozen now. You know how much bigger the sun is than the fucking planet?
In his second issue, he's rescuing refugees in a boat out at sea and challenging the government that has caused that refugee exodus. So yes, he's in our third issue, he actually stands with a protest for those refugees, stopping their refoulement, and gets arrested. Does about 45 minutes of hard time is what he says.
So I have not obviously read this issue. It comes out tomorrow. Does
You're
Superman
not gonna read it.
say that he's bisexual? Is it just he starts dating a guy? What are the? I mean, I don't need the gory details, but I mean, just
Sure.
give me some broad strokes here.
There's a guy called Jay Nakamura who is actually the editor of a online news service called The Truth, sort of underground journalist, and they meet in issue 2, and in issue 5, very naturally they kiss. It's just a moment between the two. Jay explains to him, because Jay actually has powers, we found out in the previous issue. He can't be harmed. So he tells Superman that of all the people in the world, he's the one person that doesn't need his protection. He's the one person who can look after him. It's that moment of Superman's got everyone else.
I want somebody to kidnap him and put him on Pluto. Like, then okay, I'll need your protection. Yeah, sure. Stay on Pluto. You ain't gonna get hurt.
But Jay's got him.
The fuck?
Now that's interesting. That's kind of an
Such
interesting
a
idea.
fucking cop-out in story writing. I'm sorry,
yeah,
bro.
that Superman's like exhausted, caring for everybody else, and this is the one person he doesn't need to sort of protect in that way, and therefore it's a perfect match. That's clever.
That's exactly right. Yeah.
So, and I assume Jay is going to be returning for other issues as well?
Yeah, Jay is in the series from now on. His hero is actually Lois Lane. He got to meet her on the Kent farm in a previous issue.
That's another
completely
thing.
Blew it.
Literally, motherfucker, this guy is like, oh, I'm not that impressed with Superman. Like, what he does just doesn't impress me. And it's like, okay, as a reader, sure, we have the rights to not be impressed by Superman because his fucking story isn't always as interesting as it should be, right? It's hard to write a good Superman story. But people in universe, how the fuck are you not impressed by Superman, bro? Like, he even impresses Batman, who pretends to never be impressed by him. What the fuck you get off not being impressed by Superman because he didn't talk about climate change, bro? This shit is just so forced.
He freaked out. Was fine meeting Superman.
Right, he said the gory details.
But as soon as he met Lois, this is a woman who's won Pulitzers. This is the woman that he aspires to be, and who meeting Superman was fine meeting Clark Kent, but as soon as he met Lois, this is a woman who's won Pulitzers. This is the woman that he aspires to be and who he sees as a hero. So he kind of loses it, looks around in the barn for a shovel to bury himself after mangling that introduction.
Is there a number for how many times Lois has had to be saved by Superman to even print her fucking stories? I'm pretty sure it's more than 50% of her stories she's ever printed. Superman had to save her for her to even get them back to the journal place to even be printed. Like, but your hero is Lois Lane? You ain't impressed by Superman though. He's just strong man who punch things. Superman, he not impressive. But Lois Lane, she talks about people being sad. Come on, dog.
But yeah, he's going to be around from now on.
So DC Comics, they've had LGBT or Q characters in the past. I think most recently Batman's sidekick Robin went on a date with a man. But Superman, I mean, he's not a sidekick. Obviously, he's he's the main guy. He's an iconic American superhero. How do you sense that this is a significant cultural moment? Have you gotten feedback from readers yet?
No, it's a significant cultural moment, all right. It's definitely a significant cultural moment. This marks a moment in culture, definitely.
Absolutely. I mean, you can't disguise the fact that this is the most powerful superhero in comic books. I mean, this is a symbol that's known.
Clark can exist still, bro. He ain't dead. He ain't dead. Come on now, don't do that shit. Clark Kent's still alive. He's just on War World. And then outside of that, what? How many people more powerful than Superman when they put their mind to it? Like, come on, bro. You're John Lane Kent. Like, let's not forget also that freaking Supergirl's body harnesses and processes sunlight in a more efficient way than Superman's does. So, I mean, you telling me he's stronger than Supergirl too? Stop it, man.
The world over. And we're talking the entire world. So yes, I've had messages from everywhere. I've had to use Google Translate a lot of times to find out what people are saying. But it has been overwhelmingly positive. This moment for so many people. I had messages from people who burst into tears when they read the news. I had messages telling me that they read that news and they came out that day. They said Superman, who'd been their hero, they never thought they'd be able to see themselves in the Man of Steel, and something about this moment gave them the strength to come out. And we're not just talking young people. I've had people in their 30s, in their 40s who've come out off the back of this news. And
if you're 40 years old and Superman coming out is what made you come out, bro, okay, bro.
I think Superman is a very inspirational figure. He's a very inspirational superhero, and the fact that he's inspiring people in that way today, there's not much you could ask.
Now, do you think, I mean, is I don't even know how to answer this question. Actually, it's probably not appropriate. I'm not gonna answer this question. But
no, he doesn't wear underpants on the outside. If that's what you were going to ask. No underpants, just a belt.
Do people ask? Is that what people ask? Really? That's interesting. That hadn't crossed my mind. There are those though who are certainly going to be offended
so
by
y'all
this.
got rid of
politicizing comic
y'all got
books,
rid of the strongman trunks. Y'all got rid of the underwear on the outside. Okay.
Political correctness, and you're messing with an iconic, American character.
Sure. Look, to those people, this is not Clark Kent. This is not Superman.
Oh, is it not Superman? Wow. I feel like you just said that this was Superman for 8 fucking minutes. I really feel like y'all just said that this was Superman for 8 goddamn minutes. And, okay.
There's this sort of cry from people whenever they say we're politicizing something. They're saying, why don't you create a new character? Well, John Kent is a new character. He's only been around for 5 or 6 years. So him being bisexual makes a lot of sense for him. He hasn't explored any real relationships before now.
I mean, hey, look, bro. Y'all can do what y'all want to do. I'm not going to buy the comic. This doesn't make me mad. What makes me irritated is that comics are dying and y'all are pretending like they're not in all of these interviews, but yet y'all are going on Twitter and then tell people that, oh, it's because people are toxic that your comics aren't selling. Y'all gotta make your mind up, because we know this shit is not selling comics. We know it's not. The top 20 freaking graphic novels in America right now are all manga. When the fuck was that okay? I love my anime and my manga just as much as every other weeb. I'm a weeb to the core, but never did I think that the top 20 freaking comic books here would be Japanese comic books. All of them. The top 20. They're all manga. That's because y'all are making stories with diverse people that have no fucking substance. Like, oh, he's black. That's the story, y'all. Pack it up. Good night. People are inspired. You gonna make him do something? That's impressive? Or is that the whole story? Like, this is what y'all been doing, and it's like, okay, y'all are literally, y'all got this man. We back again, bro. We back again, dog. Superman's next big fight is against climate change. And you would think he'd go and breathe on a goddamn glacier. But no. No. He don't want to breathe on a glacier. That's too direct, I guess, right? That's too much like what Clark Kent would do. Right? And we not impressed by Clark Kent because he's just strongman punch things and no talk to people. Except that he does. Like, get the fuck out of here, dog. Y'all fucking you're protesting climate change with the fucking Kraken in the background. Who literally made a swirl in the fucking sky and got lightning coming down. That's not changing the fucking climate. Get the fuck out of here, bro.
To anyone who has an issue with, a bisexual Superman or anyone bisexual in comics, comics need to reflect the real world.
Chameleon reflects literally nobody in the real world, bro. Like, nobody can actually be that good of a master of disguise and not have powers. Yet Chameleon does the shit. L. Thompson Lincoln, my bro. Everything he does is fucking impossible, damn near. Like, then you got Dr. Octopus, a chip melted in his brain, bro. The chip melted in his brain, and now he can control some fucking mechanical arms, even when they're detached from his body. Like, reflecting the real world is one thing, bro. Nobody would really care, like, except that you're not giving him anything interesting to go by. It's literally just that he's diverse. Like, oh, we made him diverse. Yes, he's diverse. Make him do something interesting. Please. Like, we don't care that they're diverse. We really don't, bro. We've had diverse characters. We've had them.
Always said that everyone deserves heroes and everybody needs to see themselves in their heroes. And I think, having Superman represent that is so powerful. Yeah.
So, pardon my ignorance on this, but where is Clark
Sorry,
Kent? Is Clark, like, where in the universe is the original Superman? Is he still around?
That's a very good question. Where in the universe is Superman? So Clark is actually off about to do something called a world war. So he's off rescuing and fighting for refugees on a whole other world.
Oh, wow. It's almost like, Superboy's boyfriend should be impressed by this. But no, he worried about it's cold. And I ain't finna get into the climate change argument because, like, I mean, I don't necessarily feel one way or another about it. I agree that it should be stopped if there's a way to stop it. You feel me? But you have Superman, bro. You have Superman who can literally just go and breathe on glaciers. He can go and put out fires with his breath. Like, that's literally an inhale and an exhale for this character, and y'all are making a whole arc out of it.
We'll be there for some time.
Apparently, Marvel doing something to Spider-Man to make him woke. A vid popped up in my notification box. Yeah, they've been trying their hardest, like, to get Spider-Man to be I guess bisexual too, because they went out of there. I think even Tom Holland was like, yeah, I'd love to play a bisex Spider-Man, and everybody wants it to happen, especially since the Spider-Man and Deadpool thing, right? Like, They called Spider-Man's true heartmate into battle. No, they called Deadpool's true heartmate in the battle, and Spider-Man popped up. And it's like, bro, did you literally just make them canonical soulmates, bro? Why? Because it's funny? Like, that makes us, who are already mad at Joe Quesada for making him divorce Mary Jane, even more irritated, because it's like, what is this comic?
And okay, so he's away, but he's the father of the Superman?
He is the father. So Clark and Lois are the father and mother of John Kent. And
do we know
while
how
Clark is away, John is the new Superman.
Right. Okay. Do we know how the original Superman feel and Lois feel? Well, I guess Lois is okay because she's met Jay. But do we know how the original Superman feels, or is he too far away to have heard the news so far?
For now, he's too far away, but he has met Jay. It was his suggestion. Jay actually showed up to try to bail John Kent out of jail, and Superman thought that was pretty good. That this guy would come.
Oh, so now you guys are calling Superman, and John Kent. So it's to differentiate the two. So it's almost like y'all are just making these headlines purposely a lie.
Help bail his son out of jail, and he hoped this would be something that had to happen a lot, but it's happened to Lois Lane a lot, so he understands that happens sometimes.
All right, so Superman, as far away as he is, he does know about Jay.
Audacity, I'm
think
ignoring
he
you.
kind of likes him, although we don't know. Yeah. Okay, that's interesting.
That's right. Yeah. But,
all right, good.
But
I'm glad I
John
got
will
to the
be
bottom
introducing. Yeah, John will be introducing Jay to Lois in a later issue as his boyfriend.
Oh, really? Okay, wow. And I read that DC Comics announced that Superman is now fighting for, quote, truth, justice, and a better tomorrow. Used to be truth, justice, and the American way. Is that to kind of globalize, to appeal to a wider audience?
Look, that American way motto has only been around for very small amounts of time. It actually came about during the radio play. So in the very first issues, he fought for the oppressed. That was actually in his motto. He's fought for various things.
You show me a scan of that? Can you show me a scan?
The truth and justice is usually stayed there. John Kent fights for truth, justice, and a better world. And yes, that is looking global, because this is a kid who can go to the moon and see the entire globe. And what do borders mean to somebody who can see that? Who can see...
Okay, so how quickly... Because you were so adamant on, he used to just break down the door of a senator's room and wake his ass up, like you wrongfully locked somebody up. If we trying to get back to those roots, tell me exactly how long it would take for John Lane Kent to stop the issue of climate change. Be fucking realistic with me, please. He can go to the moon and see the whole globe. Yes, he can. You're right. Now tell me how long it would take him to tackle climate change. Tell me how long it would take him to cool down the world. 5 minutes? An hour? Fucking Santa Claus moves at 680 miles per second, right? Like, come on, bro. Like, tell me exactly how long it would take for Superman to solve that problem.
Conflict everywhere, who can see rash decisions being made, who can see dictatorships. So yes, a better world is what he's fighting for, and a better tomorrow.
Yeah, is Superman just curious, or is this? I mean, this is print. This is in print.
Sorry, yeah, this is in print. I mean, he kisses a guy and he likes it. To paraphrase the song. And look, they're going to be a real support for each other moving forward, and this is part of his identity. He doesn't actually have a secret identity. Everyone knows who John Kent is.
I think this is the biggest, one of the easiest way to irritate me about talking about superheroes is like, this superhero doesn't wear a mask. He doesn't have a secret identity. You understand how selfish you got to be as a superhero if you're not already on somebody's government books and payroll to go out there and announce yourself as a superhero and still decide to have friends and family, as if villains won't kidnap them. Like, you have any idea what the fuck has happened to Aunt May on accident? And then when people found out Peter was Spider-Man, same thing with Mary Jane. In secret identities, it's just, oh, it don't matter. People think I'm cool because I'm a superhero. Yeah, and villains are going to know who to kidnap. Y'all, oh my God, y'all so goddamn dense, bro.
And this is going to be another part of his identity.
I think the idea that did you come up with that idea of that Jay would was Jay already an established character with that power of being not able to be hurt? Because I think it is so clever. It's such an interesting idea of
Finn the human is omnipresent. Changed my mind. Made a video on the subject. It's fact. Yes, sir. Yes, sir, bro. I'll definitely check that shit out because I need a laugh after this shit. This is so disingenuous and just so fucking disingenuous, dog.
That's one of the things that would attract Superman to this person.
Yeah, look, no, that was something that I pitched. Also that he was a journalist and that he couldn't be harmed. I think there's something in that.
Why is that interesting to you? Like, you didn't even say he's invulnerable, right? You just flat out said he can't be harmed. Like, you're literally specifying that. Because there are characters who have invulnerability and, you know, eventually they meet somebody who is able, like, true invulnerability doesn't necessarily exist in comics, right? Like, people like Rogue, Captain Marvel, the Hulk, you know what I mean? People like that were basically, they're invulnerable. But at the same time, somebody strong enough tags their ass and then they bleed. But they're not saying invulnerability here. They keep specifying word for word, he can't be harmed. How is that interesting? What does that do for that character except allow him to stand by in a panel while Superman does all the amazing shit?
Not just that he can't be harmed, not just that Superman doesn't have to protect him as he's flying around the entire world worried about every single person on the planet, but that Jay can be there as his support. And the moment the kiss happens is actually when Superman has been flying everywhere. He's shown up to hospitals that are overwhelmed. He's shown up and rescued people from a jungle. He's been flying all around the world. His powers have been amped up. And
you haven't named a goddamn thing yet that Superman can't do, or that Clark Kent hasn't done in the past. He's saved people from fires. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what you mean by, like, overcrowded hospitals and how he's gonna, you know, did he decide to, like, do the Flash thing and read a doctor's manual and help out and be a doctor for a day? Like, is that what happened? I don't know what you're going for with overcrowded hospitals, but basically everything else you said, Superman either can do or has done. And even still, Clark Kent could do that. Okay, man. All right. Like, you literally implying that these are things that are new or that couldn't be done or haven't been done for some reason. And
he's at burnout point, and Jay just tells him to lie down on the couch. And
he had a burnout point because he flew around the world? He had a burnout point from being Superman for a fucking day? Boy, if you don't get your lightweight ass on somewhere, I can't wait till Lex Luthor smack this dude, bro. I mean, Lex Luthor, not the total package, my bro. Not my boy, the total package, but I can't wait till Lex slap this kid, bro.
And so he can stop hearing all the people crying out for him because he's about to drop. And when he wakes up, they have a bit of a conversation, and Jay explains to him, you know, I've got you. And they kiss, and it's very natural. And a couple of pages later, Superman apologizes and tells him he has to get out of there. And Jay explains it doesn't look very good, but he's like, oh no, it's not you, it's an armed robbery 6 blocks over. And that's a new thing.
What's a new thing? Him knowing that an armed robbery is happening 6 blocks over? You sure? I mean, shit, Superman rescued Lois from what? From out, he was out in another galaxy, and he came back to save Lois before she either fell or got shot. I can't remember which one it was.
In your interview, you said that the idea of replacing Clark Kent with another straight white savior felt like a missed opportunity.
Okay, so now it's a gay white savior. Only difference is he liked booty. Did you really change anything that actually fucking mattered?
Which I thought was an interesting way of kind of thinking about it. That was in your mind. You felt like if this was
I'm tired of the whole crusade against straight white males. Like, that shit is so fucking boring now, dog. Do something else. Jesus tap dancing Christ. Do something else.
If this wasn't a break in some way, that it was
make another villain outside of straight white males,
yeah, absolutely.
please.
I mean, I was being asked to write a new Superman for today, and so another straight white savior did feel like a missed opportunity. It felt like I have an opportunity to tell stories, and of course, this Superman represents everything that Superman's ever represented. He has all the same powers. He has so many same morals. He fights for truth and justice. His mother, though, is a journalist, and she's one of the greatest fighters for truth on the planet and fighters against corruption. So for me, yeah, it was a matter of going, okay, this new Superman can represent everybody, and everybody he always has, and inspire the same people, but he has an opportunity to represent some more people as well.
Well, Tom, it's so cool that you have been a fan of Superman from the earliest age, and that you are now at a point in your career where you're getting to write new chapters in the history. It's extraordinary. Congratulations.
It's really exciting. Yeah, I pinch myself most days.
Yeah, it's got to be awesome. Tom, I'm really, thank you so much. Really appreciate it.
Thank you so much. And can I just quickly add, if you are heading to the stores today, I've heard we've sold out already, but please, if you're going to the comic stores, pick up other comic books.
You sold out already? Quit fucking capping, boy. You up here talking about, I heard we sold out already, but if you go to the store, please pick up our comic books. You ever heard a fucking comic book artist literally sit there and say, please pick up my comic? I don't think anybody has ever had to do that in the history of their shit. You ever hear Frank Miller say, please pick up my comic? Did you hear Dwayne McDuffie saying, please pick up my comic? Have you heard fucking Tom King, Todd McFarlane, Rob Liefeld? Have you heard any writer just literally, oh, if you're out, please pick up my comic? Why you need to, I mean, wasn't representation enough? Right? Like,
because
comics for me are the single greatest storytelling medium on the planet, and you should get into them. Thanks.
I'll second that. Tom, thanks a lot. Wish you the best. I want to move on now to our Ask Anderson Almost Anything segment. Take care, Tom. Where you, the viewers, been submitting some questions for me. My team selected a couple for me to answer, and just hearing them now for the first time, so I hope I don't respond to that. But first up, a video question from Julia in Missouri. Let's take a listen.
How did you become so compassionate? That's one of the things that I noticed when I first started watching the show. Thank you.
Alright, y'all. I'm thoroughly fucking, I don't know the fucking word for it. That shit just annoying as hell, bro. I'm gonna sit up there and make fucking dumbass reasons to just literally sell us stories that are not interesting. But hey, look, representation. Okay, make a good story. Don't be a bigot. Straight white males. Okay, make a good story. Oh my god. Oh my fucking god. Let me look up Garfield versus Sands, bro, because I'm about to fucking smack my head into a fucking semi truck or something. God damn, bro. Fake geek girl overlooked it. Oh yeah, the geek girl who was like Electronachios is the best assassin in the Marvel universe. It's like, bro, she got killed by Bullseye. Stop this. Not only that, but shit, y'all sitting up there acting like Deadpool don't exist, right? Motherfucker who don't even remember the assignment and still get it done somehow. Stop it. Stop it with that bullshit. And you stop it asking me to fucking update you every goddamn day. The answer is no. The answer is fucking no. Shit. Let's look at Garfield versus Sands, bro. My fucking life is...
Watch live TV from 85 plus top channels with YouTube TV.
When you allergic to
Try it
bullshit,
free.
bro, a lot of things, bro.
This-
A lot of things just make you... Man. Sorry, y'all. I'm allergic to bullshit. I'm sorry. He just got up here and just capped for 18 minutes, bro. Maybe 15, 16.